The New York Jets have made a sneaky good signing, and me and Matt were just laughing with the fact that I called them the Knicks before I started this video, and we're going to jump right into it as always. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jets Digest. It's Chris and Matt here, and we're going to jump right into things. Guys, if you enjoy the channel and you're part of that 80% of viewers not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to Jets Digest for daily Jets news, rumors, updates, signings, trade rumors, free agency coming up, the draft coming up. Matt does mock drafts. They're very fun. You guys don't want to miss out. But we have to get to the news today. The New York Jets signed fullback Andrew Beck to a futures/reserve contract. And honestly, this changes the landscape of football forever. This is bigger than literally any move in New York Jets history. This makes Le'Veon Bell signing with the Jets look like absolutely nothing. This is truly the biggest thing in Jets history, if I'm not mistaken, Matt.
Yeah, so Andrew Beck, fullback, 6'3", 255 pounds. So he's a little bit shorter as far as he's a tight end / fullback. So he's a little bit shorter as far as tight ends go, but he's going to be used more as that fullback, as what Chris mentioned. He was on the Denver Broncos to start his career for like 5 years. You may remember him, just messing guys up as a fullback. This signing is important because it shows a change in the New York Jets offensive philosophy. The first signing for Aaron Glenn in his coaching career is a fullback for the Jets, indicating that the Jets are going to be running the ball a lot this season. And not only just running the ball, they're going to be running the ball out of I formation, strong formation, formations, making use of a fullback, a lead blocker for Breece Hall, or whoever the running back is for the New York Jets on that certain play. Got to remember Tanner Engstrand coming from the Detroit Lions. He called an offense, or he didn't call it, but he was part of an offense that used two running backs, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. The New York Jets, do not be surprised if the New York Jets go out in this upcoming NFL draft and take a running back to pair with Breece Hall, even as early as the second or third round, because this is a really, really strong running back class coming up here. I'm sure a lot of people watching this video know that because you guys are up on football and stuff like that if you're watching a video about Andrew Beck. But the New York Jets, they are going to be changing their offensive philosophy. Of course, that's what happens when you get rid of a terrible offensive coordinator like Nathaniel Hackett and switch him with a guy who could potentially be one of the new rising hot names, up-and-coming offensive play callers in the NFL. Hopefully, the New York Jets finally have a guy who is calling an offense that's exciting, one with motion, one with points being scored. The New York Jets have not had a successful offense. They've had a top 15 offense once in the past 14 or 15 years, something like that. I mean, that Ryan Fitzpatrick year was the only season where the New York Jets had a somewhat respectable offense. Every single other year, the Jets are pretty much 30, 31, 27. It's been bad, but I don't need to tell you guys that. We're Jets fans here watching these videos. We know that the Jets offense needs to improve. Andrew Beck, he's more of a, like I said, a mentality switch into not necessarily a more run-heavy offense, but that I formation with lead blockers. Also, when he's playing tight end, you do not expect vertical routes out of Beck. He's going to be doing stuff in the flats. His job is going to be run into the flat and pull down defenders to open up stuff farther down the field. So, for example, let's say on the right side of the field, we'll have Garrett Wilson in the slot, and Beck is going to be in the backfield. Let's say he's out of a strong formation. So he's 2 feet to the right of Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers snaps the ball. Garrett Wilson's going to run a 15-yard out route, and Beck is going to run just into the flat. What the goal is there, you're going to have 2 guys on the right side of the field, and if it's zone coverage, the defense is only going to have 1 cornerback or 1 linebacker in that flat zone, and that linebacker is going to have to choose whether to guard Beck or to drop back and take Garrett. So we want him to look at Beck and run up and take him. So Garrett Wilson, we can get that 15-yard completion over the head of the defender, and that's how the successful plays would be ran. We know Aaron Rodgers can read a defense if we get guys open and can scheme it up properly for him. Hopefully Tanner Engstrand can make a successful offense because he's been a part of successful offenses. The man knows what he's doing. I'm ready to see what this Detroit Lion-esque New York Jets offense looks like this year, even if it's drafting another running back. Breece Hall, only with 1 year remaining on his contract. Of course, he's had the torn ACL, but his 2023 season showed that he's recovered from that. Last year, for some reason, he only ran the ball 13.2 or 0.8 times per game, and that's just absolutely not enough when you have a guy as talented as Breece Hall. Maybe the coaches think he's less talented than we think he is. We're not at practice every day, so maybe there's something going on behind the scenes, but What we do know is the New York Jets are going to be running the ball with their starting running back more than 13.5 times per game this season. And I'm excited to see what happens, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. He could very likely be the Jets fullback next season. I do wonder, who was their fullback last year?
The only fullback who
was it Thomas Hennessy?
Even no, Thomas Hennessy is a long snapper. The only fullback who comes to mind for me is Wesco out of West Virginia.
Oh, Trevon Wesco.
But I mean, like,
but also we could see like we've seen in the past, like in certain situations, that like Jeremy Ruckert could do it, and I think it's a sign that he'd stay as a tight end more than anything else. And I feel like Beck would stay as a fullback because he is here to block. I mean, he has 5 receiving touchdowns and 200 some odd yards for his career in 5 years of action. So it's just, what are you laughing at?
No, I thought you were gonna say something funny. No, Jeremy
I thought
Ruckert.
I was wrong. I was like, wait, no, I just read this.
No, for some reason I thought you were about to say something like insanely profound. Yeah, Jeremy Ruckert, he's going to stay as he's not going to be a fullback because he struggles with run blocking and pass blocking, so he's not going to be able to be a lead blocker for the Jets.
He's a possession tight end.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's what he is. I thought that he could be more than that coming out of Ohio State in the year 2022. We got him in the 3rd round. At Ohio State, he was a vertical threat. I mean, he was the tight end with that big 3 wide receivers of JSN, Chris Olave, and Garrett Wilson, with Justin Fields at quarterback that year at Ohio State. So it certainly looked like, watching Jeremy Ruckert in college, it looked like he was going to be able to do better in the NFL than he's done. But if you're a backup tight end who can't block, it's going to be tough for you to get on the field. Because if you're the backup, you're either getting on the field via injury or you're on the field in 2 or 3 tight end sets. And when you're running 2 or 3 tight end sets, those are sets where you're more likely to be running the football. Yeah. So I mean, it's
tough. You got to audible and go to tight end attack. It's a good play.
That's a pretty good play.
It's a pretty good one. I mean, definitely in college in NCAA 25, it's nice. My 5-star quarterback. Because what am I gonna do? Make something hard?
No.
Wow, that was insane. Guys, this is the greatest video of all time. Yeah, no, I mean, I like the signing. Fullbacks are fun. He does block the ball well, which is block the ball.
Oh, also one thing I forgot to say. He, of course, then gives you that fullback inside. It's kind of surprising when the fullback gets the ball instead of the running back when you're running out of an I formation. Yeah, that's why he got 2 rushing touchdowns. Nope. 1 rushing touchdown? 1 rushing touchdown, 2 receiving touchdowns. I guess maybe you only had 1 fullback inside touchdown with the Houston Texans back in 2023. But, we got that's the running back's job. It's a wrinkle, so you can bring it out if you need to change up, change the look, but that's the running back's job to get the football.
Wrinkle, sprinkle, Adam Van Ginkel. Guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. Fun fact, Matt doesn't know how to read.